know I got the receipts, girl. You know I got the receipts. All things customized. They got you covered for all of your customizable needs. They got gift baskets, tumblers, hoodies, t-shirts, wine glasses, coffee cups, mugs, backpacks, you name it, they got it. For any occasion, they can get you situated, okay? Head on over to all of their social media platforms. They are under Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, under All Things Customized, and the number 2. Make sure that you tell them this the Sweet Pea Diary sent you. They've done all of my t-shirts, all my branding, anything that I need for a special occasion. I hit up All Things Customized too, and they can take care of your needs, wants, and desires. They got backpacks for your children. They got passport covers, pillows, you name it. So head on over there and DM them today. Make sure you tell them that the Sweet Pea Diary sent you. Go ahead and email them today and get your order in now. Welcome back to the Sweet Pea Diaries. It's your girl Sweet Pea, and I'm back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, be sure to like this video, share this video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the show, you guys. That's a tongue twister. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to the platform. All of the new people, welcome to the show. Now, make sure you can let me know really quickly. Please let me know if you can hear and if you can see, and we'll get right into this roll call. Now, I don't expect everybody to be right back in here, but I got Christine Nature and my mind, Susie Davis. Now, we had to do a retake because the audio, child, I ain't even going to tell you what happened. Evan, he pulled the plug, and I'm not going to just I was doing a lot of talking. I had already so I said, let me just start it over. We're not too far in the show because, these things got to be played back. When people catch the replays, these shows got to be right. I'm a perfectionist. So we starting over. Now we're going to jump right into it. All right. So everybody come on in and have a seat. Yes, we're back. All good. Now, Friday actor AJ Johnson, he was found dead back in September. Now, I did not know this, but he actually was found in a store in Los Angeles. He was found lifeless by someone in the store. Okay. And his nephew was the one that told TMZ that he died. So Friday actor AJ Johnson's cause of death now has been revealed. The actor and comedian known for his roles in Friday and House Party died in September at the age of 55. According to a report from the LA coroner's office, he died from chronic ethanol use. He had a history of drinking alcohol, and a family friend said it was excessive to the point where he died. Okay. Now, no other causes of death are listed, but the manner of death is just simply noted as natural. But the report says that Johnson did die in the hospital. He was discovered lifeless in a Los Angeles store last September. His nephew told TMZ at that time, and he was later taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Now, ethanol is a pure form of alcohol distilled from grain substances. If it is not mixed with other additives is in alcoholic beverages, consumed pure, that's like taking, distill, like the corn liquor, the ones that are like 99 proof, 100 proof, that's ethanol in its purest form. But excessive drinking can also cause ethanol, death. Some people get cirrhosis of the liver, but just his manner of death being listed as natural, and then them saying that he had chronic ethanol use, that he died from that, that means that he was drinking a lot. He had a drinking condition. And yes, the dog, he hit the wire. He pulled the wire out. He didn't chew the wire, because if he chewed the wire, we wouldn't be live. You know what I'm saying? Evan would have got he would have got put up, and I would have just went to bed, because that would mean there's another microphone destroyed. So no, he didn't chew it, but he pulled it out. Okay. But yeah, this is a sad situation. I mean, and to actually die in the store, that's terrible. To be found dead in a store dying alone, that's a lonely death. So just pray for his family, pray for anyone touched by his death. He's a staple in our culture, Friday, House Party. He's one of those beloved figures that is like a hip hop culture icon. Friday, House Party, those are iconic movies. So he's a legend in the Black community, as far as movies go. I don't know what it was given in his later part of his career. I don't know how successful he was, in that extent. But it's sad, because a lot of these celebrities, when they get to this state, they don't have money for burial. The family be scrambling around trying to pay for their funeral expenses. So I'm hoping that, all of his affairs were in order and they didn't have to. But I really didn't even hear anything about it back in September that he had passed. This was actually the first that I was finding out about it. That he actually, and so when I was reading about it, I was like, did he just die? No, this was back in September. But they just released the actual cause of death. So ethanol, excessive drinking, basically is what happened. Now, this story right here is actually sad. This young lady right there, she actually was caught in a drive-by. I don't know if you've heard of the Island Boys, but they are actually TikTok viral sensations. And they're on TikTok like these cultural vulture, people nowadays. They look white or, fair skin. Sometimes they're Hispanic, they're mixed with white or whatever. And they, culture appropriate. They pretend to be hip hop artists, but they're really just influencers. They're really just on Instagram. They're really just on TikTok. They really don't do anything else. They're not talented. They have songs out and kids follow them and kids go crazy over them and they get all this money, millions of dollars. But what do they really do? They actually promote violence. They promote what they're being accused of. This boy that is next to them, their friend, he's the one that was caught up in the drive-by. Now, not the actual TikTokers. They're not the ones that are being accused allegedly of shooting, which caused this little girl to be killed. They're not the ones caught up in that. The boy is, okay? So basically what happened, they're renting a home in Florida. Now, the Florida police descended upon their home on Monday and arrested their friend in connection with the drive-by shooting death of an 8-year-old girl, which is in the picture. Okay, now police in Coral Springs, Florida, arrested Andrew Thomas. Now that's the boy pictured here, Andrew Thomas, at his friends, these TikTokers. All right, he was at their home and he was arrested. Now they are known as the Island Boys. Their names are Alex and Frankie Venegas. All right, now the boy Alex, he was actually arrested at their home. He was sleeping there. He didn't live there, but the manager of the boys said that he was sleeping there for a couple nights when the police came there and arrested him. So the manager said, I really didn't expect anything like this out of him. This was a big shock. We knew him as a quiet kid that would come around and do his thing. But apparently, he was a little monster. I would never imagine in a million years that this person was going out there and doing these violent crimes on the street. Now, the shooting took place actually last Friday at 7:15. Ronzaya is her name, and she was playing outside with her cousins and siblings and then was shot by a stray bullet. She was rushed to the local hospital in critical condition, but later died from her injuries. Now, the police do not have a motive for this drive-by shooting, but they said they're going to continue to investigate to find out what led to this, what happened. Now, Thomas is facing charges of first-degree murder with a firearm, attempted first-degree murder with a firearm, and being a felon in possession of a firearm. Now, the Island Boys manager, he further went on commenting about Andrew, saying that he wishes Andrew had taken a different path. He said he was just hanging around the wrong people and he got into trouble. Wrong place, wrong time, peer pressure. It's very unfortunate. It's very sad. Now, as Thomas is awaiting his trial and court date, Ronzaya's family is mourning her loss. On Sunday, her family and friends gathered for a candlelight vigil in honor of her memory, and her aunt was beside herself at that time, crying tears, saying, we thank God that he allowed us to just have those 8 precious years with her. Now, this is sad because this is one of those cases where the managers and people say, well, what went wrong? Wrong place, wrong time. He was really a good person. He just got caught up. Well, I beg to differ because these boys, they show images of violence. They depict violence. They promote, gang violence, drug use. They promote these activities in their songs and in the lives that they live. They push it on social media, push it down the kids' throats. And then when things like this happen, people say, what happened? Oh, they were good kids. Oh, how did they go down this route? Well, if you are constantly popping lean pills and you're doing all these things on social media, what do you think? A lot of these people now, when they get out in these streets and get around these real gangsters and real thugs that see them with all this money, say, oh, we're going to rob them. Oh, we're going to see if they're really about that life. And they pull out these guns and get the gang banging on them for real, for real. Now it's like it's given, put your money where your mouth is. So they promote these images. Then when it comes time to really show and tell, show and prove, innocent children get hurt. Innocent people, innocent bystanders get caught in these crossfires. So the young people really got to put the guns down. But like I say all the time, I blame these record execs. I blame these people, these TikTok people that put these influencers on the map. They put them on, give them the money to perpetuate violence, perpetuate these, the activities that they partake in. And then when innocent people get hurt, kids, I mean, this is a child, a baby, 8 years old. She outside playing with her siblings and cousins, minding her business, and she gets shot by a stray bullet. Now her mother got to bury her. Her family has to be put through this agony. And it's horrible. While you're still living your life, you done threw your life away. You're going to jail for the rest of your life. You threw your life away. Still, she doesn't have a life. Innocent life taken by senseless acts, and it's sad. So these record executives and a lot of these people need to start taking the blame for a lot of this. They need to start holding them accountable, holding them responsible, because these kids are young, 18, 17, 20. You give them all this money, all this, access to, different things, money, influence. You give them all that access and power at such a young age, and they don't know what to do with it. Okay, so I blame a lot of this. I blame on record executives. Now, the boy, he ain't had no business. Who knows what he was doing in the street? You supposed to, when you go viral and, you're hanging around people of influence, you're supposed to clean up your life. You're supposed to change your life. But a lot of times, like I said, they want to live these lives of violence, perpetuated, and they get caught up in the image that they're portraying and trying to put out. And then they think they really about that life. They think they're really living that life, and they're not. So this is very sad and tragic. Now, Kanye, okay, they are in the press. They have been everywhere with their relationship on display, okay? Now, finally, Kim Kardashian is actually speaking out about what led to her divorcing Kanye West. She said, for so long, I did what made other people happy. And I think in the last 2 years, I decided that I'm going to make myself happy. And that feels really, really good. And even if that created changes and caused my divorce, I think it's important to be honest with yourself about what really makes you happy. I've chosen myself, and I think it's okay to choose you. Now, she said her 40s are going to be all about her. She's going to be team me, and being her best self means that she's going to eat well, she's going to work out, she's going to have more fun, spend more time with her kids and the people that make her happy. She said, I'm going to put my phone down, unfollow if I don't want to see something on Instagram. And she said her sister, Khloe Kardashian, came up with the best phrase that describes it the best. To her new social media approach, she said it's going to be post and ghost. I don't want to see it. I'm going to unfollow. And then if I'm going to say something, I'm just going to post it and I'm going to get ghost. Now, does that apply to Kanye West? Because recently on social media, honey, Kanye said, God, please bring our family back together. Please. Kim says she's still committed to blocking out the negativity from Kanye West and wants to co-parent in peace. But I need to know, does God please bring our family back together mean that he wants to reconcile with Kim? Or is he saying, bring the family back together so that we can co-parent? Which one is it? Do you want to be back with Kim? You want to be back in the home with the kids and living as a married couple? You want your marriage to work? What is it? Because a lot of this, I'm looking at two individuals that separated and now they have partners, but they're in the public eye and they want us to, think that they're happy with these other people. But I think that they're not. And in my opinion, I think that these two are actually being used as pawns. Now, I'm with Kim, okay? I'm looking at Kim. She looks great, fabulous, 40 and fabulous. I'm telling y'all young people now, honey, when you start getting up into them 40s and 38 and 50 and stuff like that, a lot of us, we age well, okay? Now, some, people don't like the Kardashians and they say, they didn't have plastic surgery. But here, I'm feeling this 40 vibe. I'm feeling the mature pictures. These pictures look good. Kim looks great in these photos. You cannot deny that. These are, they lovely, okay, in Vogue. But I have to wonder, is this another, publicity stunt? Because now it's funny that she just did this Vogue, spread. And now in the spread, she's looking great. She's, and she's looking, very bronzed, and, she looked like she getting good D. Pete's putting it down. We keep hearing that Pete is putting it down, and it's looking like that. You know what I'm saying? Kanye see these photos like, that's not me. That glow. Kim got that glow of new man, new life. I'm 40 and fabulous, and I'm feeling that. A lot of women, when they turn 40 and they hit milestones in their lives as women, now y'all got to stop that, the surgery, all that. I get that. But let's just put that aside for a moment, and let's try to connect as a woman, okay? Now, I don't know if there's any 40-year-olds and 40 plus, but I'm 43. And I know when I turned 40, there were things in my life that I said, you know what, I'm done. I am not living like this anymore. I'm not going to be unhappy for other people. I get that. You do hit that point in life when you start getting up in age, when you just like, listen, I'm not tolerating the mess anymore. So I feel that, the less stress, less mess. And usually when you get to that age, that's when this happens. This is what women, this is development. All women go through it. So I get that. But at the same time, I gotta wonder, Kanye and Kim, are they bringing along Pete and Julia for the ride? Thing one and thing two, we're going to call them, okay? We're going to call them thing one and thing two. All right, I had to give them that name, thing one and thing two, because in my humble opinion, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, they went too soon, too fast. Like, when you're in a relationship and you've been married or in just a relationship for a very long time, y'all got kids. They got 4 kids, okay? They've been through a lot together. We've seen them go through a lot together. We've seen it, right? But did they move too fast? Did it play out too soon? Usually when you separate from someone, you don't just separate, boom, and it's over. Like, a lot of people say, well, Kim moved on. She don't want Kanye. How do you know what a person wants? How do you know what they feel? All right. Kanye looking at that spread. He look at Julia. Kim looks at Pete. And even though you're in a new relationship, sometimes that person can't do for you what your partner used to do for you. Okay, we don't know, emotionally and physically, we don't know what Kanye was to Kim. And a lot of times when you're in a relationship, you don't just move on like that to the next person. It takes a lot for someone to fulfill emotional needs, physical needs. It takes a lot for them to fill, the shoes. So I want to know, is Pete really fulfilling those shoes? Is he really, is Kim really over Kanye West? Is Kanye West really over Kim Kardashian? And it just seems to me that these two, the thing one and thing two, that they're being used in this pawn, in this game, in this media war. It's like, okay, who's going to have the best outfit on? Who's going to go to the best restaurant? Who's going to get the best article? Who's going to give the best PDA? It's like they're in competition. 1 minute, Kanye's in the press with his woman. The next minute, Kim's in the press with her man. It's like it's a competition to outdo one another in the press. You know what I mean? Like, it just looks like it's playing out in the press, and neither one of them, they're not really serious. These relationships aren't going to last. I don't think that Kim Kardashian is going to last with Pete Davidson. And I damn sure don't think that Julia Fox is going to last with Kanye West. I'll give it another couple months. I definitely know Kanye West and Julia, that's going to be over very soon. Okay. If it's not over already. All right. That's just not going to last between the two of them. Now, Pete and Kim, I can say that might be a little bit more, it might be a little bit more stronger than Kanye, but I don't even think that relationship is going to last, because even though Kim was ready to move on with Kanye from Kanye West, who's to say that Pete Davidson is the one? You know what I mean? Like, usually when you move and leave your partner that you've been with all this time, yeah, she's used to being in a relationship. So that's why she jumped right and got another relationship with Pete, because she's used to being married. She's used to being a one-woman, one man woman and things like that. So she's not going to be out here, this man, that man, and dating. But in my opinion, I would have just dated. I wouldn't have just jumped right into another relationship. But a lot of times women that have been married and they've been in a relationship for a long time, when they get out of that relationship, they go right into another one. They go right into another one because they're used to being settled down. She's 40, she got kids, she's not trying to be passed around and be, she wants to be in a committed relationship. But I don't think that Pete Davidson is going to be the one. And I think that these two are just rebounds. They are just something to do, something, to look cute in the public with, so that Kim doesn't look like Kanye's winning and Kanye doesn't look like Kim is winning. But the both of them are emotionally vulnerable to each other, which is why Kim said what she said. And we're going to we're going to go over that in a little bit when we get to our Scan the Gram, when she's talking about being each other's biggest cheerleader. You know what I mean? She took these photos for Vogue and everything, and she want Kanye to compliment her, basically. You know what I'm saying? She like, biggest cheerleader. Last week you was just saying you want the man to take a drug test and all these things. And now you want him to look at your pictures. You want him to be your cheerleader. Oh yeah, be a cheerleader now that you're in Vogue. Yeah, girl. It's giving, they still want attention from each other, okay? Guys, you know how relationships work out here. Just because these are celebrities, they're still people, all right? They are still people, and they still do what regular people do. They still got the same emotions, the same feelings. They just got a little bit more money. But think about your own relationship and think about how, did you move on immediately? When you divorced or when you separated, did you move on right away? No, sometimes it takes 3 and 4 times, 5 and 6 times, years to move on from your significant other. It doesn't just happen like that. So I don't think that Kanye West and Julia Fox are going to last much longer. And I darn sure don't think that Pete and Kim are, the couple that they're going to go on to get married. I think it's going to last a little bit longer, and then they're going to break up and she's going to move on. I don't think her and Kanye are going to go back together. I don't think that might, but who knows? Stranger things have happened, okay? There's been relationships that people say that they would never get back together, and they do. So, again, we don't know these people, and we don't know what they do in their real life, child. But it's giving to me that, Kim don't want to look like Kanye's winning, and Kanye don't want to look like Kim winning. They both want to do this in the public, in the press, and they both want to look like each other is winning. Okay, so that's what it's given to me. All right, now, y'all, those are our actual main topics that we're going to discuss. Now, I got some little some news that we're going to, child. This is a segment that we're going to be in. Oh my gosh, it is so funny. There's these clips, when you see this, y'all going to fall out. Now, in this segment, these are going to be stories that are actually, I know you didn't. Like, It's one of those stories like, are you serious? In other news, okay, so let's just jump right into it. I will play the first one, and then y'all tell me what you think about this, okay? In other parts of the world, a wild crocodile in Indonesia has finally been freed after 6 years, okay? This crocodile, it was 14.8 feet in length, and it had a motorcycle tire stuck around its neck. It's been freed after 6 years of having this tire around its neck, choking it to death. Okay, now the people were in an uproar over there. For 6 years, since 2016, they seen this thing with this tire around its neck, and they were racing around the clock trying to get it free. People were coming from all over the world trying to get this tire from around its neck. In 2020, an Australian crocodile handler and an American wildlife biologist tried to free the reptile, but they were unsuccessful. Then in January, actually this year, in January, a bird catcher named Teely. Now, he just go by the name of Teely. He recently moved to the area, and hearing about the famous crocodile from his neighbors, he determined that he was going to free it, okay? After seeing it bathing often in a nearby estuary, it would be sunbathing, and every day he'll look at it and say, I'm going to free that crocodile. Well, finally, the day came, and today he was able to free it. He said, I have had experiences and skills in catching animals, not only birds, but farm animals that were released from a cage. And I knew that I could rescue this crocodile with my skills. Now, how he did it? He string ropes of various sizes into a trap. He tied it to a nearby tree near the river, and he laid chickens, ducks, and birds as baits. Now, after 3 weeks of waiting and several failed attempts, the crocodile finally fell into the trap on Monday night. Now, with the help of 2 of his friends, Teely pulled the trap, and the crocodile was able to come ashore. After pulling the trap, it went around his neck, and he brought it ashore. When he brought it ashore, he was able to free him and cut the tire from around his neck. Now, there's a video that we're playing right now that circulated widely on the internet showing a crowd of people cheering nearby as Teely and his friends broke the crocodile free. Now, other residents that they went on and called the firefighters. Child, they said, listen, Teely, we know that you are a wildlife conservationist, but we are going to call these people just in case this thing try to snap at us. Now, it's unclear how a motorcycle tire got around the crocodile's neck in the first place, okay? But they say that it's probably more than likely it was deliberately put around its neck because people were trying to trap it and maybe skin it or keep it as a pet, child. Now, government records over there say that 279 crocodiles have attacked people between 2007 and 2014, and out of that, 135 of those were fatalities. Now, despite the attacks and the killings going on, that darn crocodile species over there is protected under Indonesian law, as they should. You know, protect the animals, free the animals, free the crocodiles. All right, so the owners of a New Mexico home were shocked over the weekend to find a burglar in their house with an AR-15 and then to have him apologize and give them their money back, and then he left embarrassed. The man had slept, he took a bath, he ate their food, and he had some beer at their house before they returned home and discovered him. He had an AR-15 scope rifle, but that didn't seem to threaten them because he didn't take any of their jewelry or any belongings. He actually apologized, so he wasn't even threatening to them, even though he had this gun. Okay, instead, he gave the homeowners $200 as reimbursement for the window that he broke coming in. Now, the suspect was about 6 feet tall and he was in his late 20s. He also shared his story while he was there, telling the owners that he was running from someone that his family had killed in East Texas. And he said his car had just broken down. All right, now the homeowners told police that the man was extremely embarrassed and apologetic about the situation. He left the home with his duffel bag and gun, walking down a ditch. So when police arrived, they went down there and searched that ditch, but they did not find anyone. Child, he in there eating, sleeping, bathing, and then when they discovered him, he done apologized and gave the people back $200. Child. A Florida man says that he jumped from a stolen car just seconds before it was hit by a train, and then the car was sent flying into a nearby home. Now, residents that were inside of this house, they were sleeping at the time of the crash, but of course it woke them up. The explosive sound of a car smashing into the side of their house, that's enough to wake anyone up. Thank God they were not harmed, they were unharmed. But the police said that the man claimed he stole this car in good faith effort because he was searching for his own vehicle after leaving a bar early that Saturday. Instead, he got stuck on the railroad tracks in a path of an oncoming train. He got stuck, and then the train hit the car and sent it flying into somebody's house. Now, after the crash, the man tried to steal a forklift from a nearby fruit stand, which he also vandalized. He was then arrested after flagging down responding deputies to let them know he was still looking for his car. Now, this man faces charges of grand theft and criminal mischief, and additional charges are expected. You think? Child, those stories right there, honey. Oh my God. Now, the one with the burglar, okay, that one I found was so funny because, honey, he was in there telling them people about his life story. He had done 80, he had done drank beer. He done took a nap. He took a shower. You know what I'm saying? And by the time they done got back, he done got all comfy and feeling sorry that he done robbed their house, gave him $200 for breaking the window, and then gave him his sob story. Okay, I'm running from people we done killed. They family members is after me. Child, let me out of here. Don't. But when the police came, that's the funny thing to me. They went looking for him and he was gone. So not only did he get away with the crime, but honey, he gave back $200. Okay. So I don't know what kind of robber that is. Okay. He done paid the people and got away, but he's $200 out of $200. And then the crocodile. All right. A tire around a crocodile's neck for 6 years. That thing was determined to live. All right. All right, and then people was determined to free it. Okay, they watched him for 6 years, had that thing around his neck, and then Teely said, I'm going on over there. I'm going over there, and I'm getting it off his neck. You cannot make these stories. I said I'm going to find these stories, and every time we do a live, I'm gonna have 3 of them, and we just gonna put them up, y'all. Y'all get the comment and kiki on them. But now we are at our segment with Scan the Gram.
A black man went on a cabin trip with his white coworkers.
You would never expect him to be murdered.
And he didn't make it out alive. His family now calling his death a modern-day lynching. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. On December 12, 2021, Peter Spencer, who's a Jamaican immigrant but called Pittsburgh home, he was invited to a white co-worker's hunting cabin in Venango County, Pennsylvania. It's some 85 miles outside of Pittsburgh. His fiancée, Carmela King, says she dropped him off, and then she started to get suspicious when his text messages started slowing down. Then he stopped responding altogether.
He texted me, hey, I'm just going to stay the night. And then he texted me and said, just come in the morning. And I was like, okay.
King then texted him, I love you.
And then I didn't hear from him for the rest. I never heard back from him.
She got in her car the next morning.
I just had a hunch to drive up there. And I drove up there. And a few moments before I got onto the road, his mom called and said he's been shot.
He'd been shot 9 times. The autopsy so graphic that we have to blur them. According to the coroner, Spencer was shot once in the mouth, twice in the buttocks, and 6 times in the abdomen or chest. His dead body laid out on the front yard when his fiancée arrived. And on the property, signs that read, quote, warning, we don't call 911, with a gun pictured. Another sign that says, quote, you're on camera, look up. A surveillance camera seen from an upstairs window. Pennsylvania State Police Corporal Aaron Allen could not comment on whether video evidence has been collected, but he does say that he was called to oversee this case. He's with the Heritage Affairs Department. He handles hate crimes and bias-related incidents for state police in the Pittsburgh region. People are frustrated. So what do we know? What do you know about this?
Sure. We know that the incident happened. And there have been a slew of things that have been under investigation. Our criminal investigation unit has been working tirelessly for this investigation, making sure the proper things are being done.
What was the communication like with police thereafter?
It was slim to none, that it was just self-defense. They just said, oh, it was a gathering here. And They said he was the aggressor and they felt frightened and somebody shot him.
What is this coworker? Have you met this coworker before? Where did they work?
Yeah, I met him several times. He's come down to Peter's house. Peter cooks Jamaican food every Friday, so he would come down and get food off of him.
Sources have identified the coworker as a Nathan Myers, whose family owns the property. A reporter from the local news affiliate WTAE actually went to his family's house. His grandmother was home and would not comment. According to a statement, though, from Pennsylvania State Police, they found multiple firearms, ballistic evidence, and controlled substances at that cabin. Police say a 25-year-old suspect and 3 others were identified, detained, and questioned, but all of them were, quote, released after consultation with the Venango County District Attorney's Office. To this day, no charges have been filed. Paul Jubis is the Spencer family's attorney.
The idea that there was no charges with drugs and guns in a situation with a dead body with 9 bullet holes in it, it doesn't make a lick of sense.
The family is also working with renowned forensic pathologist Dr. Cyril Wecht, who told Black News Channel that Spencer's wounds are consistent with someone who got hunted down.
I think he was running away and one or more people shot him as he was running. That is what would fit in because the shots looked like they were fired from a distance.
They're refusing to share autopsy photos so that our medical examiner can do his work. We're going to approach this at this point with absolute skepticism and, when the time comes, aggression.
The case now sparking nationwide outrage.
What has happened to our brother? His blood keeps crying out to us.
Faith leaders and supporters now calling this a modern-day lynching in a county where less than 2% of the population is Black.
I'm just letting God be my comforter, and I'm going to keep pushing until the day he gets justice.
Carmela is expected to give birth to her and Peter's baby in June. Meanwhile, the family's attorney says that he wants the district attorney, Shaun White, off the case and now hands it over to the attorney general's office. Shaun White's office did release a statement saying in part, quote, that they take this seriously, any possibility that a crime may be fueled by hatred toward a person because their race, color, religion, or national origin. Rest assured, the office will take every measure to ensure that justice is sought wherever it may be found. He expects that full report of this investigation to be completed in 4 to 6 weeks. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter.
So the people in the comments, of course, the comments are, people are just outraged, as they should be. And the comment says, someone says, I don't trust any group settings where I'm the only Black person. So sorry that this happened to the king. And then someone said, just the thought of being the only Black person in a cabin in the woods amongst only white people sounds like a setup. And then this girl said, they use that poor man as target practice, shaking my effing head. And then this man said it was murder. And someone else said, this got me tight. And then the last comment says, yes, he was murdered. How do you explain getting shot multiple times in the back? Now, my thing with this is, I want to be very careful when I comment about this because this is very sensitive. I just can't believe that we're in the year 2022 and things like this still happen. I know that we got laws and stuff that still allow lynching in some areas. I mean, I just heard about a county in Georgia where they actually put a law about no lynching, no more lynch. Like, are you serious? You still got, you're still having to put anti-lynching laws in 2022. All those laws should be abolished by now. Like, I just don't understand it. But this is why, the ideas around race and, when we see people that come out and they say the N-word and then they come back quickly and apologize. These are the same very people that live with relatives and around relatives that have this very type of behavior. So this is why people get in an outrage and, and why Black people feel so uptight about the use of the N-word with white folks, because we're like, listen, we know what some of you guys still believe, and we know things like this happen. You know what I'm saying? So this is really sad, and I just pray for the family, and that's really all that I can say about this. Shocked, just amazed that something like this could still be occurring in the year 2022. And all I say is, that's why you have to be very cautious of where you live, the surroundings and where you're going around. I would never be living in a community that's only 2% black. I just wouldn't. I would never go anywhere. I just would not, as a black man, be going around a bunch of white people and I'm just the only one. And then when you walked up on that property and seen those signs and seen what it was given, I'd have been out of there. It leads me to believe that he didn't, he was up there just like, she couldn't reach him and she was going to go see about. He went up there with no ride. I would never go be dropped off anywhere like that. I would have my own ride. You know what I'm saying? So isolated woods, white people, no, sir. You were not supposed to be there. You did not belong there. All right. Being so trusting, no, I'm sorry. Nope. All right, now this one, this right here, I was a little pissed off when I seen this from Miss India.
I did think he did a fine job with his apology. He said a lot of the things I would want to hear someone say. The thing that stuck out for me most was when he said, "It's not my word to use."
Right.
And I think change behavior is what we're really looking for. If it went all the way to allyship, that would be wonderful. But also, change behavior would be wonderful too. I don't think that Joe Rogan is racist for using it. I think he's insensitive for using it.
Now, child, what y'all think that they were saying in the comments of Miss India? They tore Miss India up because just last week she was saying that he was, a racist and that, his excessive use of the N-word, and she had to piece together all those clips. And now she's saying she don't think he's a racist when using the word. Child, a comment says what I want to hear. Now, India, doggone well he didn't mean that apology. And then somebody else said, I like India, but I liked it better when she put him in his place. And then somebody said, Spotify paid her. And then this girl said, laughing my ass off. Nah, keep the same energy, babe. And then this one girl said, it's given hush money was deposited. And the last comment, girl, bye. Y'all be willing to accept any half-ass apology. Now, I got to give it to them in that the comments never disappoint, okay? What y'all saying? I want to know what y'all saying about this, okay? Okay, now this was still from the previous one. The niggas have got to stop using the ninja word first, true. But what y'all think about Miss India? They do have to stop using the N-word first in order for other people to stop using it. But I need to know, what was that energy last week and why? Where's that? Where is it? Tanja said she came out serious and strong. Now she like a good ninja. Yes, she finished poorly. She came out strong and finished poor. She was in last place, okay? She came out in last place. But I don't, she, 1 minute she was good. And now it's giving, he's not racist. She just thinks that it's a teachable moment. See, and they going, with these teachable moments, y'all know I'm not here for the teachable moment conversation, because I feel like, what do we need to be teaching? You know what I'm saying? We already know what the N-word, when they use it, what they mean. Like, I'm not here for the teachable moments, okay? The ninja like it's a vow. Right. Like, shit, money people change minds real quick. So, yeah, she was in the right direction. And then I don't know what happened. Y'all think Spotify paid her? I don't know.
We've been in Gucci for about an hour, right? And we in Gucci in the VIP.
We've been in Gucci for like 2 hours.
Right? Since we came in here, having nobody came and showed us no courtesy, no amenities, no nothing. Period. Not even a drink of water. Asked to speak to the manager. Send me a black guy out here that started telling me. So they got the black guy racial profiling on black people. Asked to speak to a manager bigger than him. Everybody disappeared. Ain't nobody come out yet. I still ain't getting no sparkling water. I still ain't getting no champagne. I still ain't getting nothing. I didn't have a salesperson inside of my VIP suite the whole time I was there. I had to keep screaming for VIP people to help me out. Now everybody don't know where the real manager is. You heard? I'm tired of this. We spending all this money as entertainers inside these stores. They hire these black people, and these black people are more racist than white people when they get their job inside of Gucci. All of a sudden, you stop playing with us, bro.
Now, isn't this the same one that was just talking about his mama, honey? His mama and him was kissing, and then he wanted to take it back after the people done roasted him. You know, I don't know what to say about this, because really I didn't know that inside of Gucci that you get sparkling water. I didn't know that. Now I do know that they have, you know, Gucci suites and, you know, VIP Gucci suites or whatever, because if you spending money and you spending thousands of dollars, you're supposed to have people cater to you. But I thought Gucci is not like Birkin or, you know, something like some top of line. Gucci, they got Gucci stores in outlet malls. Okay, so sparkling water, champagne, I'm gonna need you to fall back a little bit. Okay, this just Gucci. All right. It's not giving Dapper Dan. It wasn't like you was at Dapper Dan's store where it's like more of a boutique or a specialized, customized. You at Gucci. I mean, they got an outlet Gucci in a neighborhood outlet mall near you. Okay, so I didn't know that you was going to get any sparkling water, champagne, or anything like that. Now, I will agree that there are the racial profiling instances, and I do know that we got our super cop black people that, you know, you give them a job and stuff, and they be doing, but everybody knows who Jim Jones is, and I'm pretty sure they seen y'all with y'all chains and everything. Give the people a minute. Always looking for a viral moment. Jim Jones always trying to get attention, but this is why y'all be right down in these stores. Y'all be wanting to spend y'all money with these people, and this is how you get treated, because y'all want to wear these lit designers, and you know, y'all want to wear, instead of going on down to the local black business supporting the local black designer, y'all want to wear the Gucci's and the Pradas and all this, and the Michael Kors, and the people that have told you many times that they don't make clothes for you. Okay, why y'all not down there to the Dapper Dan? Why y'all in Gucci in the first place? Y'all supposed to be on down there with good old brother Dapper Dan. That's where y'all was supposed to be. Y'all on down there trying to fit in with the peoples. And the people said, we don't care how many chains you got on. We not ready to serve you yet. All right. Now, what y'all think the comments? What y'all think they eating them up in the comments? Okay. They was eating them up in the comments. The people said, right. Y'all lames gonna keep buying this trash though. I'm cool. We support people like Isaac and Moore or other black high-end brands so they can expand and give us our style of high fashion. I've been saying this, but last time they disrespected us, which is to me is not going to stop. Floyd Mayweather went right back and spent more money with them and thought it was cool. Come on. And then somebody else said, the real question is, why are you fighting to spend money in a place that don't want you there? And then somebody else said, Master P ain't teach y'all nothing yet. Create your own brand. And then this girl said, same old story, yet they keep going back. And then this girl said, and you still gonna spend your money with them. Now, I agree with that, because you know what I mean? Like I just said, y'all be so pressed to go in these stores, and you want to drop a bag, and you want everybody to know that you went to Gucci, and you want to throw it on, which is why, you know, you got he done went and put on the best jewelry. Y'all see him out there. He got on the best jewelry. He had on every piece of jewelry. Okay, I don't even usually, you know, you could tell he was out there capping in the streets, because look, he had on every chain. He got on every chain. He went and put on every piece of gold. Said he going out. He got his school clothes on. He got his school jewelry on.
So they got the black guy racial profiling on black people. I had to speak to a manager bigger than him. Everybody disappeared. Ain't nobody come out yet. I still ain't getting no sparkling water. I still ain't getting no champagne.
I didn't know that they have sparkling water and champagne in the Gucci store. Somebody please tell me. Let me know in the comments, in the chat. I did not know that Gucci gives out sparkling water and champagne. I mean, the Gucci store is not really that high end to me. I've seen them when I went to Vegas, I seen it out there in the, in the Bellagio, the mall they have in the Venetian. I seen a Gucci store. So I didn't know that it was given that much, high end at the Gucci. Okay. But he said, listen, in my suite, we had a suite, we spending bands, and ain't nobody came and gave us nothing to drink. All right. Well, y'all know y'all supposed to pregame. Y'all know y'all was pregaming and drinking and smoking before y'all got there. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Get your purchase. They said, hurry up and buy. They said, hurry up and buy. But Jim Jones got on every piece of his good jewelry. Got on all the Cuban links. Okay. He had everything on.
I still ain't getting nothing. I didn't have a salesperson inside of my VIP suite the whole time I was there. I had to keep screaming for VIP people to help me out. Now everybody don't know where the real manager.
You trying to get something for free. It just seemed like you trying to get something for free. You didn't pack your stuff and go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got everybody in there. You walking around in circles. You hyperventilating. You know what I'm saying? You too old for this, Jim Jones. Always wanting some damn attention. Pack your stuff, gather your team, and go ahead and go. Okay, they obviously did not, and this is probably not the first time you've been to that store. You've been to that Gucci store before. Them people know you, so it's just looking like just a little thirsty, capping a little bit for me. It's just too much for me. I'm not into this. I know a lot of people probably would be upset, like, oh well, Sweet Pea, he should have got service. Listen, stop going to these stores that clearly tell you they don't make clothes for you. They don't, Michael Kors, all these designers, they've said it multiple times that they do not make clothes for blacks. They don't make clothes for us. Okay, we the ones that go out and want to purchase and fight over these labels. Okay, they ain't thinking about us. They back there serving exactly who they want to serve, and it's not you. They don't give a damn how many chains you got on. They don't. They don't care.
You heard? It's time. I'm tired of this. We spending all this money as entertainers inside these stores. They hire these black people, and these black people are more racist than white people when they get their job inside of Gucci.
And it's the cap for me, because if it is black people that's working in the store, they know exactly who you are. They knew it was Jim Jones. Anybody in it that is black know Jim Jones. So why would they, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just cap for me. They not watching you, seeing if you stealing. They know you're not stealing. They not racial profiling you because they know you. They know you and your team. So maybe they was just busy. Maybe they was coming. You know what I'm saying? Give them a minute. But you ready to go viral, ready to go. Talking about you been in there for 2 hours. Ain't no damn way I would have sat nowhere for that long. And you really wanted that Gucci. I would not have been in there that long if they wasn't trying to I take my money somewhere else. And why you in the store shopping? Why you don't just order it? Why you ain't just have it, you know what I'm saying, brought to your house? Like, okay, you wanted to go out, you wanted to shop, which is why I say this is giving outlet store. It's giving outlet. You out down at the mall. All right. Maybe they don't have a private, you know what I'm saying, VIP where you was at. Maybe this location, maybe it's giving mall. They don't got alcohol and sparkling water in the mall. Child, y'all keep listening to Jim Jones and this bull crap. This is all cap. All cap. Now, Kim says, all right, she says that co-parents should be each other's biggest cheerleader no matter what. Now, I told y'all we was going to come back to this, okay? Now, this comes off the heels of her in her Vogue campaign, all right? Now, the West Children, North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm recently linked with Vogue for a magazine cover and spread. The reality television star and billionaire entrepreneur spoke about several topics, including co-parenting and estranged husband Kanye West. Kimmy made it clear that when it comes to the kiddos, parents should be on each other's team. She said, you could be so hurt or angry at your ex, but I think in front of the kids, it always has to be your dad's the best. Kim told Vogue, make sure you are your co-parent's biggest cheerleader no matter what you're personally going through. Recently, Kim temporarily switched tones after Ye blasted her on social media, saying North was given an access to a TikTok account against his will. This came after several other social media blasts, including claims of being banned from Chicago's party. Kim didn't publicly respond at the time. However, after Ye's recent comment, Kim released a statement via her Instagram story. She wrote, divorce is difficult enough on our children and Kanye's obsession, blah, 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 blah. Now, really, my whole thing is, okay, this is her wanting attention, like I said. Okay, it's mighty funny now that you're talking about, you know what I'm saying, co-parenting, being each other's biggest cheerleader because you want attention for this Vogue. You want him to look at these pictures. You want him to tell you that you look pretty. All right, this is just her wanting Kanye, eat it up. All right, open up, because otherwise maybe he wouldn't open up that magazine. So now I want to boost his ego. I want to stroke his ego and say, yeah, we should be each other's biggest cheerleader. Why? Because you want him to be a cheerleader and look at these photos. It's giving, I want some attention. Okay, look at these photos, eat it up, Kanye. I'm with Pete. You won't touch it again. You'll never touch it. Pete is touching it. But the biggest cheerleader thing, I do agree with that, though. You should, as parents, you should definitely never talk about your spouse, ex-spouse, whatever, in front of the children. Definitely. I definitely agree with that. She's right in that aspect. But, girl, you just want Kanye to look at these goddamn photos because, she look good. She look good. And y'all know how men do be like, oh, and he touching that. He said, what's up with the gloves? She didn't tan those hands. Well, you see, Chloe, honey, look, she said Jim Jones Black Friday is over, sir. Child, I told you they down there to the outlet mall. But yeah, Kim, she just want attention, child. She want him to look at them damn photos. Now, moving right along. Woo, Meek Mill and the baby. So, they underneath each other's social media. And Meek says nowadays, the baby says nowadays you gotta just find a hoe. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let me read it right before the people kill me. So Meek said, nowadays you got to find a hoe you really like and beg her to stop. And then the baby says, it's getting real thin out here, my boy. So basically saying that it ain't really no women out here. I guess Meek was saying, nowadays you got to find a hoe you really like and beg her to stop hoeing. Okay. Why, first of all, why we keep calling women hoes and bees? And why are you looking for hoes? See, the problem is y'all looking for a certain type of female. She's got to look a certain type of way. And they in the industry being passed around from this man to that man. Meek, you had a good woman. Milano was beautiful. Natural body. She was beautiful. You gave the girl a baby and went on about your business. You made it now something wrong with her. It wasn't nothing wrong with her. She was just too much of a woman. That girl got her own business. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't handle that. You was still so caught up in Nicki Minaj. To me, you ain't never got over Nicki Minaj. Nicki did something to you. I don't know what it was, but Nicki did something to you. You cannot get over Nicki Minaj. And when you had that woman, Milano, she was too much of a woman for you. You weren't able to get over Nicki, so you couldn't experience what she had to offer, but you gave her a baby. Now, what y'all think the comments are saying, child? It's the hoe for me. It's the hoe. Nowadays, you got to find a hoe you really like and beg her to stop. And the baby said, it's getting thin out here, my boy. Just the entitlement of calling women hoes. So, honey, Essence Magazine says Black women have exited the chat. Okay, it's Essence for me. Essence Magazine stepped up in that thing and said Black women have officially exited the chat. Okay, now Lil Mama said, or just accept that you too are a whore and suck it up. Stop expecting the women y'all entertaining to change. That's selfish. When you beg her to stop, are you gonna stop? There's no double standard. So set the one you desire. Now someone else said, you lost everyone with the huh word. Somebody else said, not the pots calling the kettle black. And then this girl said, They don't like it when the energy is being matched. And then this girl said both of them are so corny. And then this girl said, when clowns tell jokes, just laugh. And the last person said, they just both corny. Child, it's the hoe for me. Okay. It's the hoe for me. You gotta, nowadays, you gotta find a hoe and beg her to stop, because the pickings are just so slim. So now you just go ahead and just get a hoe, but beg her to stop being a hoe and be with you. Okay, but why are we looking for hoes? Why aren't we looking for women? See, that's where it is right there. Your caliber, you out looking for hoes. That's why you can't find no good woman. You're not looking for women. You specifically, the reason why you got the pickings you got is because you're out here specifically looking for hoes. You're specifically looking for women that's going to do a certain thing, be a certain thing, be a certain way. All right. So that's really what it's given, call a thing a thing. Y'all out here looking for certain type of females that, and it's just not, you can't want quality with what it is that you're entertaining. All right. And half of them wouldn't even know what to do with a quality woman. Look at me with Milano. Didn't know what to do. Now, Megan, okay? Meg Thee Stallion. This girl is beautiful, okay? She is absolutely gorgeous. This is what a natural body looks like. And I am so proud of Megan for embracing her natural beauty, her natural body. She's a beautiful girl. All the jokes about her being tall, big bone, she looked manly. I believe that she looks so pretty when she is natural. When she takes that makeup off, she should just leave makeup off. She's got beautiful skin. She looks so soft and feminine. She's gorgeous. This is what a natural body looks like. And this is what women should be looking like. These young girls, the silicone bodies, the implants. This is what a young girl looks like that has not had any work done. This is what it looks like, okay? She's gorgeous. Megan is beautiful. And so I know, y'all know the comment section. Y'all know they was giving it up. They was living for Megan, okay? They was giving it up. They was going up for her. They said she is so beautiful, so pretty without makeup. Looks so much better without makeup. She's so much prettier without all the makeup. She's a natural. It's the natural beauty for me. Love it. So pretty. Then one person said, she's done for. I don't think she's done for. Stop it. That girl is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. And I just think that all young girls should embrace, all of them should embrace their natural, bodies, embrace what it is that they working with. And they would be so much more happier. The entertainment industry is saturated with the look, the plastic surgery look. The plastic surgery. Did that case get dismissed? You know what? No, I don't know. I have not, a child, that thing, it's hard to find paperwork on that. And I started doing it, but it's just so, that thing is so convoluted and they don't really put out the real tea. So, It says she has an upturned nose. She got a nice place. Said, yeah, she's pretty. She's very pretty, in my opinion. Very pretty. Yep, I think she is gorgeous. Oh, God. Now, speaking of this bum.
Putting us in situations where, you have to question our trust. I take full accountability. I want to apologize for how I treated you during your pregnancy. It wasn't right. I don't have any excuse.
Why this out of nowhere?
Oh, God, why this out of nowhere? I'm with Erica on that one. Why this out of nowhere? But the thing with Safari and Erica, Safari, like one thing that Erica has said, and I've heard her say, every day is not a music video. Safari is just not serious. He's not serious about being a dad. He's not serious about being a father. He's not serious about being married. He doesn't want any of that. He wants the rock star life. Every day he wants it to be a video. Straight. You know, he wants to be everything viral, want to be in front of the camera. And Erica, you know, she done did all that. She's a mom, she's got kids, she's married, and she just wants that life and wants it with Safari. But some men, you got to believe who they are and what they are when they show it to you. When they tell you, believe them. Okay, and really, in my opinion, she had no business getting married and with to this man and having children by him. I would have never settled down with him or married him because he was always about playing games and always about, I think he just wanted what he saw, on Love and Hip Hop and the other men and what they had. I think he wanted that. And he thought that, it was a moment. It was something exciting. It was the show and everybody else was doing it. And it looked like something that he wanted. And he said in one of the episodes last week that he didn't realize it was going to be this much work. He didn't realize that having kids was going to be this much work. And they don't have any help. Why you need help? It's you and your wife. You got 2 kids, one parent to each child. What do you need help for? It's these young people and fake ass celebrities needing help, needing nannies. You don't need no help, no goddamn nannies. You're black. Erica's, she's a Hispanic woman. They understand about families. She come from a large family, probably, come from an extended family. Y'all know how to take care of kids. You're a Jamaican. You know about large families, black families, kids and all. Y'all know how to take, y'all going down there and get y'all grandmamas and aunties and things to teach y'all and help y'all and to show you how to be a parent. All this you need help. I didn't realize it was going to be this much work and we don't really have any help. Help. It's 2 parents in that house. And y'all got 2 small children. What you need help? You don't need no goddamn nannies and need no help. It's called being serious, getting to it, and really being a husband and a father. That's what it is. You don't want to be serious. You really don't want that family. So that's why it's a lot of hard work and pressure, because it's something that you really don't want. Okay, you want the money, you want the clout, you want what comes with being with Erica, but you don't really want Erica. Now I know a lot of people say that Erica is crazy, she wild, she cuts up stuff like she did to his clothes and the motorcycle and all that. She damaged property. That was crazy. Okay, but again, women do this. I've seen it done. I know people that have done things. I know people that done cut up clothes, poured bleach, did all kinds of things. That's not nothing that's not normal in the black community, Hispanic community. Unfortunately, it's dysfunctional, but it's normal and it happens, okay? So it won't be the last time that someone does something like that. It's dysfunctional, it's toxic. The kids should not be around it. Now, the help that y'all do need, counseling, y'all need to go on down and see someone and learn how to, parent together and how to have disagreements and not go off and rant and rage in front of the children. Those are the type of help that y'all need. But help to help raise your kids and clean and do all those things, no. You need help as far as counseling and not being toxic and all that. But help raising children, no. We don't do that. We do not do that, all right? We raise our kids and we buckle down and we get down and dirty with our children. We don't go get nannies and we don't go ask for help. Like, boy, you a black father, a Jamaican father, help. No, sir. No, we don't ask for help. So, ladies, I just want to give you guys the encouragement. We take on a lot. Women, I watch these celebrities on, these D-list celebrities on these shows. And, they're just like us, everyday women, trying to juggle a career, a family, while just trying to have it all. We want it all. Women want it all. But sometimes we got to slow down, just like me. I had to tell myself today, we can't do everything. Sometimes we just have to slow down and we just have to let life come to us. We can't manipulate, every situation to the way we would want it to be. You know what I'm saying? We can't control every environment and every situation. Some things we just have to let life take its course and let it go. Let the chips fall how they may. We're super women and we feel like we can do it all. But sometimes we just have to take a step back and just breathe. And ladies, when a man shows you who they are, believe it. Sometimes you can't have something with someone that just isn't equally yoked with you, that just doesn't want it. Move on. Don't waste your time and waste your life, because sometimes you'll waste that and you'll look back, years done past, and you say, how did all this time pass? How did I let all this time slip away? And you ended up living your life for other people living. That's why I said I'm with Kim with the 40 and fabulous. I'm with that. Okay. Sometimes that's what you have to do. You got to cut things off, cut it loose, and say, it's about me. I am focusing on me, and I'm living my life for you. Only live once. You only got one life to live. And if you spend that lifetime living how other people want you to and living for others because you want to make them happy, you don't want to hurt them. Oh, what are they going to do if I'm not with them? No, you only got one life to live, and you're going to be sorry if you did not live it. Years go down, Lord forbid, you're getting old, you get older, you got cancer, or you got some type of, and it's like, what did I really do with my life? No, you want to know that you've lived, you've done it all, you've done everything that you wanted to do. No matter what it is, make sure it's what you want, not what other people want, because you don't get to do it all over again. You never get to do the same day. Today, you ain't going to get to do that day over. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're going to get another opportunity, and you're going to get another, Lord willing, another breath of life, but you are not going to live that same day over again. You're not going to live that same experience. You get another chance to do it over, so you make it count, and you make it count for yourself, all right? So, you guys, that's all I got for tonight. Oh, my God, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, honey. I told y'all. So, I have been back in the swing of things with working and stuff like that now, so I'm going back out every day, back to the office and stuff like that. So, and I've been working from home, and it's just like, so my career, that every day I'm getting back in the swing of things with work. So I have to be able to get in where I can fit in and do my videos, get it in. Now I can get it in. All right. So we're going to be doing a lot of late lives because, I got to work. I got to, so this has been another edition of the Sweet Pea Diaries. You guys be sure to like this video, share this video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And I'm out, y'all. Good night. Bye.